Hello and welcome to my first match of Season 35 of the Dominion League. I am playing in C3 Division. My first match is against tufftaeh, or Tuff, however that's actually pronounced, I don't really know. Who I played quite a number of seasons back in the D Division. Far enough back that I don't remember when exactly it was. That's fine. I don't really care. Makes it easier to look up the games. Is that true? Never really had a problem with it. All right. So we have very limited trashing on this board. Form of transmute. We can at least turn estates into golds, which isn't terrible. University is the only plus action, or the only village. Is that worth getting? I mean, University Envoy or University Smithy is reasonable, if not amazing, draw. So probably worth going for. You can also just use archives. There's the other reason to get University is so that you can play Farmer's Market or two for plus buy. You can also gain. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. I was gonna say you can gain archives with University with Quarry, but no, that doesn't work. There's also Orchard, so there's some incentive to get a bunch of those different actions. So what is the open here? It could be like Ocean, Silver, or it could be Quarry, probably Silver. I don't know what it would be other than on 3, other than Silver, really. Doesn't seem to be much point in getting a warehouse. Getting a farmer's market at this point is a little silly. Getting a quarry with no plus buy, though, is also kind of silly. I guess getting an armory wouldn't be ridiculous. Because you can gain you can gain the potion off of the armory. You can also gain Smithy and Envoy. But it might make more sense to just get the potion now. Yeah, I think it does. Okay, so he gets a warehouse. Yeah, I don't really see the point in that. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get a silver. At 5. I'm definitely down for an archive. And I can pick up a university. Yeah, I don't think you want necessarily like a whole lot of universities here. Like I said, you want to be able to play a farmer's market or two, and they enable you to play the Smithy terminal or an Envoy terminal draw. But archive, can also be draw to a significant extent, so you don't need a ton of those. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to. It doesn't make sense to get armory unless you're either going for gardens or you're going to get a ton of universities. Because otherwise, you don't have that action space. So he picks up a farmer's market. I guess. Well, I don't have any terminal actions in my deck. Let's take the silver now while I can buy a 5, and then maybe next turn I won't be able to. Yeah, so now I can university, more expensive card, and then buy another university if I want to. I did only buy the one university. So this would be my second one. He's got 2. I guess you do want 3 universities because of Orchard, if for no other reason. All right, so given that I am going to, well, is it better to just get another university versus, another archive versus getting a terminal action? I mean, I have the space to support a terminal action, but it might still be better to take another archive right now. And how soon am I going to need the plus buy from Farmer's Market is another question. What has he been gaining off of his universities? He not played them? Guess he hasn't. Weird. Yeah, it's. I think we'll go with the archive. I'm not. 3 archives is a decent amount of draw, but I don't know if it's enough draw that I definitely need a farmer's market, especially because the university gains will be a factor as well. And I kind of do want just like all the archives. Is what tufftaeh is trying to do. But hey, if I have a good turn this turn, maybe I can grab like 3 archives. The quarry, I think, doesn't seem worth it. All right, well that's not a great turn, but we'll grab an archive. Does transmute trigger aqueduct? Is it buy or is it gain? It's gain. So it does. All right, so I should be able to get the last 2 archives this turn. That's 6. That'll be nice. Do I care about getting another potion right now? Well, I could university for 2 archives and then buy something else. Do I want to just go ahead and grab a farmer's market? That seems like a card that I'm gonna want to have anyway. So yeah, sure. Although maybe it makes more sense to get a draw card. But yeah. So I do need one more university for orchard points. Okay, so he's gonna dip into the smithies. Oh, he picked up a transmute at some point. Another warehouse. And I guess you get 3 of those. That's orchard points, but I would want 3 warehouses. Uh. Hmm. Not playing all your archives at once is good, I think. And I haven't just found my farmer's market. Do I need the farmer's market? Maybe I don't need it. All right, so I might actually prefer Envoy to Smithy here. It's better draw just volume wise in conjunction with University, and with Archive in play as well. Like, I mean, there's so much junk in my deck, you know. Like, I don't know that the Envoy discard is going to hurt that much. University Smithy is only one hand size increase of 1. Envoy, it's 2. I think it's worth it. Let's get an Envoy and then University. And then this turn, hopefully, well, I'll want to get a transmute this turn. I guess warehouses work okay with Envoy as well, as you can like they can discard the card you want with Envoy, then you play the warehouse, draw it back up, and discard other crap. So I might want to pick up some warehouses after all. Actually played as trans other university. 4 seems like too many to me. I just declined to take university. I do have 2 universities in those 7 cards. Yeah, sure. Okay, so the envoy is completely unnecessary. Whoops. I guess I should take the potion so I can get a transmute. All right, yeah, transmute. I mean, is it time to? Is it possible that it's time to green? Oh, I'm gonna need to replace my farmer's market, but that's okay. I can do that off of the university. I don't necessarily need to spend a buy on it. Maybe I just want to get another envoy. So I've got a university on top of my deck, I believe. Oh no, I've got two set aside. Okay, well that's fine too. So yeah, I can afford to do like transmute envoy, I think. We'll definitely stop at 3 envoys. But may not even get that far this turn because I might need to replace my farmer's market. Mentioned. Okay, so he's got 3 smithies and he's got 3 farmers markets. He's not gonna keep 3 farmers markets though. But that's why he's ahead of me by 8 points right now. You can also get to 3 warehouses pretty easily. I guess it's possible that I should actually get more universities. There are stop cards, but it would potentially allow me to support having multiple transmutes, which would also be worth orchard points. And would allow me to transmute a couple coppers. I just take a state here, knowing that I want to. I mean, I've got other estates that I'm surely going to draw, but may not. Well, no, he'll give me an estate. Yeah. All right. So let's get. Oh, I don't have to replace my farmer's market. He did that. Yeah, never mind. Wait, how did he? Oh, he gained a warehouse as well, and he's going for armories. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get additional envoy. I'm not going to need it this turn. Alright, actually having that envoy there rather than something else guarantees that I'll see another envoy if it matters. And if I want to. I mean, what I actually want to do is transmute an estate, but... Oh, he discarded my farmer's market. Okay. Then we want to probably... I can't believe he's going to try to maintain 3 farmers markets in his deck. Nuts. I don't really need warehouses right now. I guess I can gain a second farmer's market and still play. So I'm gonna have 3 actions, which could be potentially envoy a farmer's market, or envoy, transmute, farmer's market. Yeah, I guess what I want to do is play archive, get transmute, then play envoy once I have the gold in my deck. So let's just get a warehouse. I'm not going to play 2 farms this turn. And we can get another. All right. Now we arc. And there goes my farmer's market. Dang it. I think I could have anticipated that. Turns out I did need a second farmer's market for that reason. Thought about that. Whatever, we'll just buy a province. And get a couple aqueduct points while we're at it. I think that was the first transmute trash. I don't think he has a transmute, but he hasn't used it. Yeah, what I should have done was played Envoy first, and then played some warehouses, and then played Archive last, I think. Oh well. Use the warehouses to set up the Archive, basically. Okay, he's got a gold now. It's another transmute. All right. Go for those 3 transmutes. I mean, at least considering that. And I'd have no draw this turn. Wow. Okay. that really obnoxious. Let's get that third warehouse, I guess. I do have enough money for province, though, so that's good. Now, like, all my archives are... Well, I have one archive. But, yeah, so my turn could go really poorly this turn as well, because those are all in the discard pile, and I've got 10 cards to get through. But I might be able to find my envoys, and then be okay. He's got 3 armies. It's insane. He's only got 4 universities. He's got 3 smithies, 3 armories, and 3 farmers markets. 2 transmutes. You're not going to play all of that. I mean, I guess you don't necessarily have to, because, you know, some of them are going to be in the archive at any given time, but still, like, dang. I think it's a little too much on the whole Orchard Point thing. Especially because he's only got 4 archives to my 6. Like, I mean, if you think about it in terms of, well, if you're not going to play, like, you know, a given armory or transmute or whatever anyway, then it's worth, Orchard is worth 4, so it's worth like 1 1/3 points, right? Province is worth 6 points. I'd rather have a province in my deck than an armory if I'm not going to play the armory. You don't have to gain anything when you play University, should be noted. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess if he plans to play another farmer's market, at some point it might blow up, and then he's going to want another farmer's market so he can have 3 farmer's markets. Oh. Seems like madness to me, but... Yeah, I think I've got all the Orchard points that I'm interested in going for at this point. I've got 3 envoys, 3 warehouses, 3 universities, obviously 3 archives. I wouldn't rule out the possibility of getting 3 transmutes by the end of the game, if only because, like, if I get a second transmute, then I can, like, transmute a copper on, you know, towards the end and get a 3rd one. But it's not something I think I'm gonna, like, prioritize. I don't really see myself like. I think I would buy University and just get like another envoy over. Files are actually getting kind of low. I mean, also kind of not really because University isn't a pile that actually runs. But well, Warehouse and Farmers Market, though, if he presses too hard on this, I could potentially end the game. Like if I use Universities, gain Farmers Markets, can play multiple of them, buy some warehouses. I mean, it's unlikely I can do it on my turn, I guess, because my turn is like not likely to be very good. But we'll see. He just triggered a shuffle with none of his archives in it, which may not matter because they may not. Maybe none of them are expended. Oh, two of them are expended. Three of his universities aren't in it. Two of his three of his four universities. Two of his three smithies. That seems not good. Not. Yeah. That. Well, I don't know what he's got in his hand, of course. But yeah, that shuffle seems not good. Oh, I don't know what he's thinking about. Well, I do know what he's thinking about. He's thinking about what he wants to discard with Warehouse, but I don't know why that's so difficult, but apparently it's very difficult. Depending on whether he has another university in hand. He only has one other university. Oh, he does. Wow. Down to 5 cards left to empty the piles. Is he gonna buy some of them, or is he just gonna buy province? Okay, he did buy province, so I would need to get a province of my own, probably. Well, no, if I just play a farmer's market. Do I gain the last farmer's market? It's a little risky. Although he did just trigger that terrible shuffle. So his upcoming hand ought to be pretty atrocious. He has no universities in it. He has no smithies in it. He has possibly no warehouses. Or he played 3 warehouses. He might have 1 warehouse in it. No archives. So yeah, I think gain that. I don't know what I would give me if I were him. Or deny me, I guess I should say. Probably archive. Yeah. Alright. That's fine. Should I just discard 3 copper? Is transmuting an estate going to be a thing here? Should I just discard the transmute in anticipation that I need to draw around for that? I mean, I can't get to 3 transmutes this turn unless I like... Well, and I'm not going to end the game that way anyway. Yeah, I think I'd discard estate transmute copper. Like I would need to draw around. Really not, realistically speaking. All right, so now I have to decide if I want a university, a warehouse, and continue to push this. It's, yeah, I mean, it's risky, but I go for it. Oh. Well, and you clearly deny me the archive, right? I guess he might decide to deny me the farmer's market. Okay, nope. So what do I have? 7 and 5 is 12, plus a potion. 2 buys. If I empty the warehouses, I lose the game, so that's obviously not what I'm going to do. Silver Province is worth as much as getting like any kind of green card. I'm 1 short of a duchy, right? So that's the unfortunate part. Could get another university, but that's not points. And I think I need insurance points at this point. Now, if he can play Farmer's Market and gain 2 warehouses, he still wins the game, which means my attempt to lower the piles was a mistake. But his turn really ought to be bad. It really, really, really ought to be bad. He might have a warehouse, that's just about it. I mean, obviously he could, trigger a shuffle with a warehouse if he has one and try to win off of that, but no. Okay, so he buys a transmute and gains 4 points off of that, but all right, so we probably need to take on, well, maybe I do have 2 other envoys that I can cycle around to. Maybe it's actually better to take warehouse here. Ooh. I do need universities, but I do have 2 more. I think I need to take ARC. How we... that. Where are my universities? Crap. All right. What do I do here? I'm gonna have to play another warehouse, clearly. I think the farmer's market is getting discarded, so probably transmute farmer's market copper. Oh man, market. Oh wait, I've got more than. Maybe I don't. Did I only gain one farmer's market last turn? Trash. No, I didn't. He just tried. Yeah, I think I only gained the one farmer's market. Yeah, because there was only one left. Nice. But does that mean I have 3? Hmm. I mean, he could have a good turn this turn, so I can't really rely on that. All right, I think I'd just do this. Try to pull a university. Oh my god, really? What the heck? 2 of the last 4 cards? Ugh. All right. Well, that's a duchy, I guess. Duchy doesn't even do anything for me. Just infuriating. How many cards do I have total? 1, like, third this card. So it's like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25. Enough that Gardens is worth at least as much. Yeah, we'll buy Gardens. Man, that is freaking upsetting. Oh my gosh. I guess I shouldn't have lowered the piles initially, but I don't know. I think that was really unlucky on his part to survive that dud, and really unlucky on my part to have such a bad turn that last turn. All right. More transmute. Thankfully not the only trashing. Druid is here to save the day. And we have 5/2, so we can open something with Druid. Something good with Druid. I could just do Crown Druid in hopes of accelerating trashing, or I could do Swamp Hagger Relic. Let's do this thing. I'm not going to bother with Fool with trashing. Let's see. There are no easy villages. There is Crown on like Candlestick Maker and then Conspirator. That's not draw, of course. Nothing is draw. So probably you're playing more of a money-ish thing, and the relic attack should hurt pretty badly. Means so should the swamp hag attack, granted. No, which hurts more. Let's go with relic first. We won't have any terminal collision that way. I might just pick up another druid here to accelerate my trashing a little bit. And this is like trade route level trashing. But trashing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Especially because if I want silver, I can get that off of the coin anyway. All right, what do I get here? It's not awkward. Do I just get 2 silvers? Like armory. Armory's not great here. Nomad Camp's just another stop card. Conspirator right now is just another stop card. I think it's just 2 silvers. Try to get some more relics and some crowns. Swamp Hag at some point in the next shuffle. Pretty limited board for sure. Is Crown Conspirator draw? I mean, no, it's not. Damn it. Damn it. Can it be correct for me to play Druid as not trashing? Ugh. Probably not. Maybe I should get a Fool. Or maybe I should just keep buying silver. Yeah, sure. Alright, this will be Swamp Hag. Hopefully he doesn't play his Swamp Hag. I don't want to curse. I guess it could be Crown. Crowning Druid would be nice. Fortunately, Druid has no non-terminal option, so Crown Druid doesn't enable playing both Druid and Swamp Hag. You have to mix in Conspirator or Candlestick Maker to do that, which is awkward and probably not worth. Yeah. I guess the terminal collision isn't that bad because Swamp Hag only comes up every other turn. So I think I'll get Swamp Hag now. We'll get Crown next shuffle. Or well, maybe right now actually. Worth a curse? Probably not worth a curse. Hmm. Yeah. How consistently is he going to be playing those? Not that consistent. So skip. Damn it. This is really bad. Keep silver. Now he's going to play a Swamp Hag. Anytime. I don't. I don't know what can possibly be so difficult about this. Want a gold? Do you not want a gold? You probably want a gold. Probably don't want a gold if it means you can't play Swamp Hag. Or if it means you can't trash a Druid. Okay, sure. Or wait, no, we take Forest Gift. Oh, sure, fine. Alright. Let's get a crown. So now he's surely going to play Swamp Hag. So this is nice, at least. He's got double Swamp Hag in play, and he's going to take Curse for trouble. Ah, oh, man. I guess this is the plus buy gift. Has he trashed a Druid at all? I think he may not have. Yeah. I don't know why you buy Druid if you don't plan to trash with it, rather than just getting Stick Maker. Oh, he trashed that time. Yeah, he goes for it, which, I mean, makes sense enough. And do I want anything else? Like another silver. Could get a fool, but probably too late. At some point, I'm gonna have to take curses off the Swamp Hags, and so I figure by getting more silver, I'm at least making myself a little bit more resilient to those curses. All right, so we can crown silver for province money, or we could use the Moon's Gift essentially, but then I can't buy province. Yeah, it's got to be. Got to be this. Eh. Well, this is an opportunity to buy another Swamp Hag, I guess. If I don't have Swamp Hag played on me. At which point I would obviously just not. I definitely should have gotten a Fool. I definitely overestimated the value of the Druid trashing. Well, I also thought the Relic attack would play more of a role than it. I don't know why I thought any of this. It's really slow trashing. Okay, no attack. For all the silver I've gained, I'd assumed that his deck wouldn't actually be that much bigger than mine, but it is. He hasn't been trashing, and I guess he's gained as much silver as I have, at least approximately. Alright, well, I won't be buying anything this turn. I think there's nothing worth buying anyway. Oh, God. Sure, buy another silver. Why not? I can buy province this turn. Although it could be a bad idea. Getting to the point where I did transition into duchies. Wonder what Crown Swamp Hag possibility. I think I just go with province since I can afford it now. If I have to think about buying duchies into Swamp Hag though, that's going to be bad. Yeah. Well, you can definitely buy province next turn with 6 coins down. So buying my own province, which I could do. Not a wise move. Let's crown the druid and trash, and then top deck. Relic or Swamp Hag? Relic does more to stop him from ending the game in a win. Swamp Hag does. So I think I'd go. Hopefully he didn't get the plus buy boon this turn. Or doesn't get the, hopefully he doesn't have a druid. That's what I'm trying to say. Because he's definitely going to have... Oh, I already only have 11. One short of a potential win that really isn't a potential win. Because there's no way he's not going to get, like, at least in the state or something. The fact that he discarded probably means he can't just afford province, because otherwise you would just say no discard and click province and end the game, I would hope. Hopefully he can't afford duchy either. It does look like I'm once again going to collide all my terminals, so that's fun. I think that the Sun's Gift would set you up pretty well to win the game if you weren't discarding things. But yeah, that's great hand. I almost wonder whether it's better to play Druid than to play Swamp Hag here. Top deck the Relic again. This is assuming the game is even continuing at that point. All right. Yeah, I need well, I don't know. He's probably just going to be able to buy province regardless of what I do. But you can definitely buy duchy. Swamp Hag doesn't really do that much. Theory, if he doesn't buy province, it would be remarkable. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the Fool was the right move, and I overestimated the impact of trashing on that board for sure. Not nearly as upset about losing that game as losing the first one, because I think I had the better deck in the first one and not in the second game. All right. Here's some actual trashing and also some pain. Rather, there's a lot of pain. This is the play here. Plus action on Diplomat. Plus card on Urchin. Something like that. I don't know if that gives enough actions for goons or whether it's better to do it the other way around so that like turn Urchin into a village. So this is interesting. Do you do Urchin or do you do Peasant Urchin? Definitely get an Urchin. Oh, there's Pouch. Pay more attention to that. You potentially get 2 peasants. Peasant tracker. Yeah, that can top deck not only Urchin, but also the Travelers. That's a pretty reasonable play. I can get behind. Well, this will just be another Urchin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, so do I get another Urchin here? And put me up to 4. Or do I just get a Diplomat? I think at this point it's fine to get a Diplomat. Alright, well at least I'm going to get to top deck my... whatchamacallit? Soldier. Having had my peasant miss my shuffle. It was very possible that wasn't going to happen because I had to draw the Necropolis or the Diplomat. I hope I'm right about how this works. When you gain a card, like is exchanging technically gaining? I would hope so. Oh, sure. Another Diplomat? Sure. Top deck it. Sure. And we'll get another Peasant. Top deck that? Sure. And it doesn't work. Okay. Great. Also, he did not play an Urchin. What a jerk. I'm gonna actually take Bath's points this time. I don't know if I want another Peasant just yet. We have 2 Diplomats. Oh, well, no, I do want another Peasant because I'm about to exchange this one. All right, I'll get the mercenary finally. This is going pretty poorly. Though with goons and mercenary, the game shouldn't be that fast. Should be time to catch up. Alright, do you think we want another urchin for feature purposes? I do not want mercenaries. Tufftaeh has 2 mercenaries, but I don't believe it. Well, maybe I should at least think about it when it comes up. It could be correct, because I'm behind on tracing. Probably correct. I should think about stonemason a little bit, but probably correct to just get another. Keeping one soldier around the whole game is definitely going to be a good idea. You're going to get a buttload of money off of that. Play all those urchins and goons, mercenary, whatever. But I want plenty of disciples as well. Right, I guess we're trashing the pasture. That's. I don't know. Well, I'll have the option to decide when I play the soldier, so. Or when I play this other urchin. Hmm. Yeah, I just don't. I really don't like getting 2 mercenaries in general. There is a way to feed the mercenary, though. Once you have goons. Buy more stuff. Get points for it. Alright, do I go boon or do I go soldier peasant? Probably soldier peasant. Alright, no, I do not need a 3rd mercenary. We can get a goons. That's good. And we can get, or we could get 2 goons. No, probably not. Attack me! Attack me! Do it! Yes! Alright, so we discard probably a peasant. Ouch, diplomat. Gotta be. No! Right. Oh wait, I knew that was gonna happen. I just got confused by the way diplomat resolves. I'd fail to draw a trashable card, I swear. Oh, all right, that'll work. Interesting. Interesting. I think it's correct to discard Soldier? Probably. This is maybe a shuffle I don't want to trigger, but it's probably fine. Okay. So just remember the part where Caravan and Diplomat are kind of a nombo. We have a soldier. We're gonna have two fugitives becoming disciples. We have a soldier, peasant that can become another soldier. So maybe we want to get another peasant. So you could do like peasant stonemason first, for peasant urchin. The urchins don't do anything except generate points right now, but eventually they become better cards. I think turning them into villages is going to be a good idea. Other option is just to get like Caravan Diplomat or something. So there is a nom between Diplomat and Caravan. Although, if you're getting hit for 2-card discard every turn, not with one Caravan. It's with one Caravan, it's fine. Or I could just get like 2 more Diplomats. I don't think I need the peasant plus buy, so maybe I don't need to get. Let's just get 2. I don't think I want the stonemason in my deck anyway. Alright, if he doesn't attack me, then this will be a lame turn, but he probably will. Yeah. Alright, so we want to discard Tracker. We're going to keep Diplomat, Mercenary, Copper, basically, I think. I could once again run into the situation where I don't have, or Well, I will be risking the situation where I don't have enough to trash, but should be fine. Get a silver? When did that happen? I'm also already ready to get my trash my other mercenary probably. Okay. Great. Great. That's just frickin' perfect. Okay. We're going to play one disciple. We're not going to throw in anything. We're going to end our actions. We're going to end our buys. And we're going to get a teacher. And we get baths points for it. What a turn. I'm so jealous of that, of him getting to do that. Well, I'm sure he'll attack me. And then I'll once again have to decide whether I want to... Maybe I just should discard the mercenary and just go diplomat, diplomat. In retrospect, seems better. The goal of this turn, I guess, is to get a bunch of urchins. I believe he still has that much stuff he wants to trash. All right, what are we buying? Mason Urchin. Makes sense to me. Or Caravan. Okay. Is he going to get a teacher? Yes. Disciple Diplomat doesn't get me a card, but it does get me more actions and such things. Sure. Hmm. Three, four, five. So if I play one more of these, then my Diplomat activates. Sure, I guess we'll see what boon we get. Will-O-Wisp. May top deck it? No. No, I do not want to top deck it. The question is, do I want to trash again with Mercenary, or do I just want to leave well enough alone? I mean, I would like the plus buy from the pouch this turn, I think, so let's do this. Don't trash. Look, we got more money from our soldier. Okay, so Stonemason, 2 urchins is 5, so we can spend 10 on getting all the urchins. And top deck urchin. No. No, I want diplomats on top of my deck. And now, I mean, I think what I would really like is just another goons, probably. But yeah. All right, so we keep Disciple, we exchange one soldier, I think. I mean, I had more money than I really needed this past turn, so I want to get another Disciple going. So, but I do want the money off of the soldier, so that is keep Disciple. This is not a hand with Diplomat in it. That is unfortunate. Well, that was relatively likely to happen. So I think here I will go ahead and put plus action on an urchin. And that'll mean I'm not relying on having a diplomat in my opening hand to maximize my terminal action space. I don't think I need I'm going to need the draw. I think the diplomats are already doing a good enough job of that. But also pay attention to the part where I should be able to win the game this turn by stonemason overpaying for stonemasons. If I get enough buys. Which I don't have a peasant, so that could be a little tricky. But I do. Oh, I did pick up another goons though, so yeah, it should be okay. I don't think there's any way tufftaeh has the economy to pull that off on his turn while also catching up in points. He would need more than a province. And he has no goons. Not the fastest set of games. Oh, here we go. Wondering when that was going to happen. Alright, he got his goons. Alright. Action. Urchins. If I were more confident in my draw, I could have just put like coin or buy on or something to try to make sure I could pile out this turn, but I am not. Maybe if I'd started with some diplomats in hand or something, I would have considered that. So many actions. Fugitive. Um. Do I already have what I need? Probably not quite. This card is Stonemason. Yes, he had 4 diplomats in hand. Nice. Nice. All right. Do we have it yet? Probably getting pretty close. I'm not sure. No, thank you. Let's see. 3 buys should be enough, right? You gain 3 stonemasons, 3 stonemasons. Yeah, so this should be fine. Okay, wait. I guess it doesn't actually matter. Whatever. Did I click don't overpay? Alright, whatever. Yeah, so the double mercenary was correct there. I'm glad I managed to convince myself of that. And yeah, impossible. Quite. I don't think it was impossible. It was unlikely. Okay, so what do we have here? Keep. Okay. Colony board. Lots of treasures for keep. Okay. Is Ratcatcher the only trashing? It is, other than boons off of Sacred Grove. Wait, hexes? Oh, boons and hexes, but only boons, actually. The draw is not so much again. So you're just playing keep money thing. Great. All right, so what are we ferrying, if anything? Maybe nothing. Herald doesn't seem that good here. Duplicate's good. Well, let's go ahead and get a rat catcher. Contraband. Okay. That'll be interesting. Yeah, so do I want to duplicate now? I mean, earlier it's just going to be like silver and stuff. So probably not. I could get a ducat so that I have plus buy, but that seems lame too. Just get silver. Probably just get silver. I don't think we need to trash particularly aggressively on this board. We could get a ducat here. I could get that duplicate. I mean, duplicate doesn't work on platinum, which is unfortunate, but it does work on gold and silver, so it can help you with keep. Yeah. But I don't have the money density right now that I can easily afford gold anyway, so I think I'm going to get the ducat. So now I'm up on ducats and silver, down on copper and contraband. How exciting. All right, so you can trash an estate here. Hitting 5 without his contraband. What the heck? Yeah. Duplicate or another silver. I think I'm gonna get that. Hopefully we can use it to duplicate gold. So he's obviously not gonna hit platinum. So I could just name gold. I think I will. Contraband does seem pretty solid here, though. You've got a lot of options. Oh, I should have anticipated that he would only have 4 anyway. Or not, or would not have 6 because he didn't see his estates last turn. All right, so we could just buy our own contraband. It seems fine. I want to duplicate it. No. I would rather duplicate a gold than a contraband. Not that I'm going to get a gold next turn, but that's okay. All right, catcher, trash estate. All right, so do I just get another silver here? Put me in the lead in silver by 2, which is nice. So sure. I don't want to duplicate. I can duplicate a gold here though. Unfortunately, my rat catcher isn't going to see my estate this shuffle. Sure. Well, he might block me from getting gold. if I play that contraband. Oh, but I can get platinum, so that's fine. In fact, unless he bans platinum, I probably just take platinum either way. Hamlet Herald? That doesn't seem correct. He has to be at least a little worried about platinum, so he might ban it. Name's gold. Okay. I wonder what that last card is. It's not a state. Alright, so he doesn't have a gold, and he doesn't have silver. So he can't, he definitely cannot afford platinum, but he could afford gold. So I'm gonna ban. Nailed it. Herald doesn't. Yeah, Herald just reveals the top card. It doesn't discard it, so it really doesn't do a whole lot. All right, 5 coins. Do I want a Sacred Grove? Yeah, I think Sacred Grove is here. I do not want a second one. I really just want to duplicate gold. So assuming we don't get a boon that draws us a contraband again this turn, then that's what we'll do this turn. Oh, and yeah, and I can trash my estate too. I don't understand what all the heralds are doing. Two golds. We're up by 2 gold, 2 silver, 1 platinum, 1 ducat. Even on contraband, down 1 on copper, I think, because I don't think he's actually trashed any. Oh, he has. Okay. We're even. Anyway, I mean, I'll happily take more platinums, but it's basically time to start greening, I think. I mean, I can slowly whittle away the coppers. Sure. Sure is a lot of heralds. Okay. So he's probably going to name platinum if I play... I mean, I can just buy colony, though, so who cares? Name's Harold. Really? Okay. What do I have here? 14? So it's kind of an awkward number. I would like to get one more platinum. I guess I could get one more ducat too. Like solidify my lead in those treasures. I mean, sure, I lose lose points on copper, but he's going to trash more copper with his rat catchers anyway, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, there you go. We're tied again. I think one more Sacred Grove would not be unreasonable at this point. Okay, so he has one card coming up. It's not a gold. I have both of the golds. It's not a contraband, so he can't afford gold. So I guess I ban silver. I mean, I don't care if he buys more heralds. Yeah, no silver for you. Okay, you have the herald pile. Yeah, let's get one more sacred. No, I don't want to do that. All right, definitely time to start greening. Just a question of whether he's going to ban colony or not. Now I actually have the copper lead. Discard a treasure card to gain a card costing up to 4. Well, let's see. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. I can buy colony this turn if he doesn't ban it. He didn't use it either. He is increasing his hand size. I will give him that. But, like, he has no money. And once he adds money to his deck, he won't reliably increase his hand size anymore. Let's discard a Herald for plus buy. Why not? I know he has 3 Heralds in there. His duplicate is not on his mat, so that's in there. Well, yeah, I mean, he hasn't gained like any treasure. So 5 coppers in the trash. 2 of them are mine. 3 of them are his. So he has 4 coppers and a contraband. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has 10 coins. So at this point, we ban platinum. And he'll duplicate gold, but well, maybe he won't. I don't know. Very Sacred Grove. Okay. I guess you can play a lot of Sacred Groves with all those heralds, but I don't know. It doesn't seem that good to me. Pile them out too. Sure. Maybe I'll have a chance to win on piles. Empty the rat catchers or something. I kind of want all those cards there. Yeah, I think I'm actually not going to discard any of those, as silly as that seems. So will he? What will he name? I mean, I would think colony, but I wonder if if it's actually correct for me to. He does name colony for me to get province versus getting like sacred. What? All right. Well. Yeah, I'm just going to start working on the colonies. I mean, I've got a 2 treasury lead in a lot of these treasures. If he tries to come back in any one of them, I should be in a reasonable position to fight back. Sure. Maybe I'll get to discard some coppers. Oh, all right. What is this? 5, 15, 16. I need to hang on to this Ducat, but maybe I discard like Silver Will-O-Wisp. So that's 10, 13, 14. I mean, I could just save a offer and buy platinum or colony again. Yeah, he did. Oh, I guess he is going to play more Sacred Groves this time. Sure, yes. Want that. I wonder if this turn means my turn or his turn. I would... Like, it says this turn. The current turn is his turn, so... Is that going to draw me this 1 card? Whoop. Sorry. No, I do not need to trash. Yeah, so he's going to play a lot of Sacred Groves. He's still so far behind on points. I just don't see this working out. Discard 3 cards to gain a gold is actually a really good boon, though. You could duplicate it. If he has heralds left, he actually doesn't really. He has 9 heralds in play. So, like, now he has to try to redraw all that stuff and basically can't. Do I want to discard 3 cards to gain a gold? Maybe. I mean, I can't buy colony if I do, but I can buy platinum. No, I can't really. Huh. Only ties him for gold lead. I should have future opportunities to pick up an extra gold. Well, I could buy another... Did I say I couldn't buy another platinum? I can buy another platinum if I want to. If I keep the 2 platinum I have in my hand. But... Yeah, no. Alright, we're just gonna ban colony probably. Well, we could ban platinum. Like his deck should fall apart pretty quickly if he starts greening. I mean, yeah, let's ban platinum. He could go like colony gold. That would give him a pretty significant point boost. Or maybe he'll just buy all the Sacred Groves. Who knows? I mean, I would think... I don't know. Maybe he'll start in on Harbingers. I really don't know what to expect at this point. You could buy 6 Harbingers. Very. What? That is madness. I mean, okay, I kind of get it. Like, you can duplicate treasures, but what the? So many duplicates. Okay, question answered. I do not want to cycle through my, like, shuffle without my platinums. So I'm not going to play this Ratcatcher, sadly. I could ferry something. Just to be prepared to, like, pile out. Or I could just get, like, a Harbinger because it's harmless. Or, like, a storeroom? Nah. Get a Harbinger. I don't want to duplicate Harbinger. That's a great time to draw the Harbinger. Hooray! He has a hand of 4 duplicates. And no heralds. Right. Yeah, I'll take a silver. Gotta defend my lead. Oh, I don't want to duplicate it. Well, I wasn't far wrong. Oh, you can buy platinum. You could also just duplicate gold and take gold lead. At which point I probably won't fight it, but we'll see. Anytime now. Okay. Sure, get all the sacred groves. Maybe I should have ferried duplicator sacred grove, but I have enough money. Like, the problem for me is going to be buys, not money. We got colony money again. I don't know if he'll name it. Okay. All right, that's fine. So we can threaten the end of the game by buying a couple sacred groves. Or we can just like duplicate gold to get some points. But I think buying a couple sacred groves is fine. And then we can threaten to duplicate by duplicate something. Yeah, so that's GG. I don't think there's anything that can stop me from winning the game at this point. I mean, other than him having an absolutely hilariously massive turn, which I don't think is even really possible. Sure, I'll top deck. Actually, I guess the Harbinger. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. The only way it would matter is if I get like the like a boon that I really don't want off of the Sacred Grove, which would be what, like the Wind's Gift or something. But even then, the odds of me being unable to retain my 8 coins are vanishingly small. Did he just get the Wind's Gift? Cool. Don't have to worry about that. I mean, I'll take it now because I can get the Harbinger in hand, which actually, I mean, what's the point? Eh, whatever. Not like it's gonna matter. Now we have more coins. Yay. Insurance against some other gift that I'm not considering. Sure. Give me cards. Yay! And we can do more stuff. Yes, give me will-o-wisps. This is going to be relevant. No, you can't duplicate a will-o-wisp. Sure. More cards. Yay. He certainly does have a lot of duplicates. But he can't duplicate platinum. I mean, he could potentially take silver and gold lead. Could he do that and ducat lead? I guess he could. Could he do that and empty the duplicate pile? That seems unlikely. Is that... Sure, whatever. Alright. So, I'll be interested to see if he can find some way to win this. He's got to get... 1 gold to take the lead in that, 2 silvers to tie, 3 silvers to take the lead in that, 2 ducats to tie, 3 ducats to take the lead in that, 1 contraband to take the lead in that, 3 platinum. That's not going to happen. Copper situation is he's trashed 4 and I've trashed 2, I want to say. So he'd need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. He has 7 buys and 5 duplicates, which is a lot of gains. It is a lot of gains. I don't know if it's enough, because he has to use 3 of those gains on duplicates, which don't do anything for his points. And this is, I'm sure, going to take ages. Now, if he does win the game, I'm going to regret not just buying a colony last turn, obviously. How many duplicates? We have 5. It's 12 gains. Let's just spend 3 on duplicates, so that's 10 gains. Buy 1 gold. Leaves him with 12 coins and bumps him to... Actually, what it does is drop me to 45. So then he's down by 35 points. Buy 1 contraband. Leaves him with only 7 coins. And drops me to 40 points. He'd be down by 30 points. Then you buy silver, duplicate that a couple times, buy 3 coppers, buy... He can't even buy 3 ducats at that point. Or no, he can, just barely. But he might have to duplicate some of them. Well, he has to buy the duplicate. Yeah, I don't think he can do it. I don't think. Okay, so it's 5 for a contraband, 6, 7 for a duplicate, 13 for gold, 16 for a silver, 18 for a ducat. So he can buy... He can buy one of all the things that he needs, but can he buy enough, get enough of them? So he duplicates, he has to call 3 duplicates on duplicate. Potentially. Well, yeah, he definitely. Well, but then he can't get enough ducats. Yeah, I don't see this. I don't think it's possible. I could see it being possible that he can take the points lead without actually winning the game. That might be possible, like if he doesn't touch the duplicates at all and just takes treasures. But I don't think he's going to have it. Basically, a gold is worth 5, a contraband is worth 5. That puts in 30 points. Down 3 coppers are worth 10 because it swings from me to him, and he's 20 points down. 3 silvers are also worth 10. So 10, 10, 5, 5 is 30. He's still down by 10 points. And that's used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his 12 gains. He'd have to use 3 more on duplicate. Yeah, I don't think he can do it. I mean, it doesn't. You could switch ducat for silver. That doesn't really change the equation. I'm tempted to say, like, I'm pretty sure you don't have it, but that seems, I don't know. It's going to come across as unsportsmanlike, probably, even though I'm really just trying to spare him the, like, if he can find it, like, I wouldn't care if somebody else just sat down and said, like, or came in, and said, like, hey, this is how you do it. Do it. Like, I don't care if he has it, do it. That's fine. But I think it's just, like, legitimately not possible. I'm tempted to say that to just save myself the time, because this is going to take. All right, actually. I'm going to use the restroom. Looks like nothing has happened. At what point does it become okay for me to just say, you don't have it? I guess he hasn't played any treasures. I didn't account for that. I still don't think he has enough gains, though, because he needs 3 duplicates, 1 gold, 1 contraband. That's 5. 3 silvers is 8. 3 coppers is 11. 3 ducats is 14. Oh, it needs to decide whether to play contraband. Sure. Yeah, I guess you would. That wasn't really my... Okay. It does give him an extra gain, but the fact that I can ban something would suggest you shouldn't, but I don't know. All right, honestly, I probably shouldn't let him do that, but it's gonna save some time. So we get to see how much he has. 26. All right. It's... two golds and 2 coppers. So it does at least mean he has more money. Still think he probably doesn't have enough gains. If he just takes colonies, 2 colonies knocks him down to 2 coins. 4 coins, sorry. He probably can't do a whole lot with 4 coins. He can take copper and ducat lead, and that's it. And then empty the duplicates. Right. 7 buy. So he like buys 3. The buys would be 2 colony, duplicate, ducat, and 3 coppers. I know what the... You don't have to be so coy about what contraband is. It's not a secret. And yes, I know what we have as well. All right, now you have your 4 silvers. So now you have 7 gains left. Yeah. If I duplicate, doesn't really matter whether you duplicate those or not. Versus buying them and having to buy the ducats, but whatever. Yeah, he can't recover on the coppers now. I would describe this as not particularly close to making it. Okay, interesting. He had to know. Uh, yeah, I guess he will. I mean, I'm sure if the win is there, Freaky will say something as he's in the. He's specking. Okay. What a fun and rewarding win that was. You should be. Yeah, a lot of people hate Keep. Understandably so, but I think. Yeah, I had the same thought. I think, I don't know. I think his approach to the board was not great anyway. Okay, 2 and 2. Back to even. So here we've actually got a powerful board, maybe. Not entirely sure, but we got draw. It's expensive, granted. But you know, like City, Old Witch. We got estate trashing and copper trashing. We got there's also hireling for draw. Engineer not looking too great. There is Soothsayer and Old Witch, so that'll slow things down somewhat. So is the play Hermit Overlord and then likely turn the Hermit into Madman because I'm in debt? Overlord seems incredibly good here. You can start with it as count. Maybe 4-3 is actually better. Do Exploration Overlord. Because, like, how much do you really need the Hermit? But, whatever. And I guess we just gain another hermit here. I mean, it could gain a silver, but I think gaining another hermit is a pretty reasonable thing to do. Interesting. That is not the play that I would have expected. Oh. Flag. Yeah, let's do that. I would think first you go count. Just crunch the cards. Now playing a Soothsayer too is reasonable for sure. But I want to play count first. I do wish I had exploration. Then I would gain tokens when I was doing this. Oh well. Yeah, I also wish I could have bought another Overlord. Oh well. Here we probably go Madman, Overlord is Old Witch, Hermit, Trash Estate, and buy another Overlord. Probably. Well, I haven't had one of these 3-hour marathon matches in a while, but that's what this is going to be. In fact, it's looking like it's going to be significantly over 3 hours at this rate. Overlord a city into Madman? I wonder if he had to draw the Madman or not. It just seems kind of bad otherwise. Is there any reason play this as something other than. I guess I could buy exploration and get another madman here, but hmm. Seems not as good as having two lords. Well, I mean, I definitely ultimately want another overlord. But like the exploration thing is going to keep coming up. Do that. The awkward thing about this board is there's no plus buy. But you can play like a bunch of engineers to gain a bunch of estates, and then like while you have a bunch of groundskeepers in play. All right, so I guess this could be Overlord is Soothsayer. I mean, that's probably better than Overlord is Old Witch. I mean, just draw him a card, but could use the gold for sure. I want two hermits. I don't have anything really left to trash with them, but at some point I'm going to be paying off Overlord debt again, maybe. I can turn them into madmen again. Or I could just get like a silver. Yeah. At some point I would like a hireling, but I think right now I need it. I wonder if it's correct. Nah, I can't. Can't be correct to count trash as 2 coppers. Or we'll probably just play this as a city, even though that's lame. Thinking hard about that buy, or maybe he has another overlord. Oh, okay, he's doing the count thing. Oh, cool. All right, Overlord. Do we just do Old Witch here? Probably. On the estate. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get that last hermit. And buy another Overlord. Hermit pile is empty, so I guess maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I want the hermits. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. It'll help me too. Yay, silver. My hermits are going to be gaining 2. Admin to draw 2 cards? That's pretty sad. Maybe there will be plus buy in this game. Maybe we're going to get to 2 piles left on and activate plus buy on city. I mean, the curses could easily run. I also wonder if at some point it's correct to do like overlords as groundskeepers gain estates with hermits and then trash estates with hermits. 3 hermits. Okay, well, whatever. Um, how much silver do I want here? Do I want to consider not buying anything so I can get another madman? Or 2? 5 hermits in the trash. I have 3. He has 2. Definitely get a madman or 2. Comfortably. Or do I want to just buy another overlord? Overlord is pretty good here. Pretty good. Yeah. I want to spend my villager token on gaining a silver. But you can potentially activate, if he gives me like a curse or 2, I can potentially activate cities on my turn. That'd be exciting. If potentially a little bit risky. Oh, interesting. He's going for the green already. All right. Not a huge amount of points from that, though. Interesting choice. Bought an overlord with 8 debt. Okay. Oh, he didn't play his treasures. He auto bought. Come on. All right. This is surely Old Witch time. Do I want to do the groundskeeper thing? Probably not yet, at least. Huh. Just the point value on it is so marginal right now. Now, if I do Old Witch again, he might activate cities on his turn, which would be unfortunate. What else do I have in here? Another silver, another hermit, and another copper. So Probably just want to play Overlord as city again. Well, I guess I could just not play these hermits. Then I draw some more money and I get closer to having not debt after I buy another Overlord, which I think I do want to do. Although getting a Madman this turn could be pretty good. But like another Overlord is kind of like another city. It kind of locks him out. That he's not going to want to set me up be playing activated Overlord cities. Yeah, all right. Do I want another silver? How much do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 5 is 12. Money. Not really. Actually, might he be able to end the game if I buy an Overlord? He might well. So maybe that's a terrible idea. Maybe I get like 2 Madmen this turn. Or just 1 Madman. Well, no, I'll get an exploration token back. Yeah, all right. I think, well, I could buy a city. Should I do that? Is that better than getting a Madman? Should I not have played? No, no. It's not that. 2 Madmen. Guess he's going for it. But he's only got 2 more Overlords, and one of them has to be that old witch. So only 1 activated Overlord city plus buy thing at most. And if he does that, then I have ton. And if he doesn't do that, then I play the old witch first off this Overlord, draw an extra card, and a very good chance of activating all the rest of my Overlords. Although I don't have any groundskeepers, so like maybe that doesn't matter. I should have enough money to buy like a couple of states plus an Overlord, pay the debt, and buy the last Overlord. That's the situation. I guess is it possible that he's going to be able to get 2 Overlords and empty the curses? Maybe it is possible. He doesn't have as many silvers as I do, but I should have thought about that. I should have bought points last turn. I don't know. Well, no, without activated cities, how would he do that? No, no. What am I talking about? You can't buy 2 Overlords. So if I play Overlord as Old Witch, I have 3 cards to find 5 good cards out of 12 cards. That seems like reasonable odds. If he does... He does give out the last curse. Do I still play Overlord as Old Witch, or do I just play it as City? Probably just play it as City at that point. There it is. Okay. Bold move. Bold move. Yeah, I think I mean, I do reduce my odds, but there we go. Yeah, boy. Okay, so I would need... What would I need to win? Outright. If I play a couple Overlords as groundskeepers, I can trash the curse. I can't trash both curses. So I can get to -1. And then to get to 9 points, need 10 points, would be 4 groundskeepers. I can't do that. So I just need to go for provinces. Alright. Which means I just play as cities. I could gain an estate. Does that change things meaningfully? What do I have? 6, 8, 8. That's 2 provinces. Or it's probably just another silver. No, it's another copper. So I think silver is doing more estate for me at this point. Kind of not a shuffle that I want to trigger. I want to keep this madman around. I mean, if I double province with 2 groundskeepers, he's gonna have a real hard time catching me. Oh, sorry, with a groundskeeper, but I get good 2 groundskeeper points. He's gonna have a hard time catching me and getting 2 overlords for sure. So I think I will just go groundskeeper on this one. And definitely buying 2 provinces. Do I want to buy like a city with my... That would seem to make some sense. Wait, do I just have the win? No. Would I have had the win if I bought a duchy? I think that is the win, right? BRB? Oh, no. Okay, great. I mean, I think I was well positioned to win that game anyway, but I'm glad I managed to not screw up too badly the win there. I'm not sure that was stupid, but whatever. I'm not sure what he should have done differently. He forgot about that? Oh my god, that's all I was thinking about. Okay, that is... Well, I mean, you know, everyone forgets about things. I don't think you did. Um... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I thought I had some reason to think that that wasn't possible, but whatever. All right. So, what do we have here? Look out. Trashing. Only trashing. Yeah. No. Oh, no, wait. There's Squire for plus actions. And plus buy with highway. So you want to get some highways. Oh, there's also traveling fair. So you can spend all your money on traveling fairs. And then, yeah, so you don't necessarily need Squire for plus buys, which is good. So you can play it for plus actions. Okay. We definitely want to look out. What else do we want? Good traveling fair pixie. Seems a little silly, but you get to dismantle with the expectation that over time, like to look at, you know, like dismantle the states into golds. But do I want golds? No, I don't want golds. I don't know if I'm going to play a highway thing. So I could just do double lookout, but that's not going to help me by 5 costs. Could do lookout silver. Let's do double lookout though. Oh, there's goat. Fine. No, that's fine. We'll do lookout silver. Just get the 1 silver to be able to buy highways. He did do traveling fair pixie. Okay. All right, so advisor should be fine here because ultimately we don't have any stop cards anyway. Well, we have squires. but we don't have very many stop cards. Actually, why do we even need squires? I guess for the something needs to generate the money for the traveling fairs. Or maybe it's easier to just use squires for both sides of that equation. I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna want we're gonna have some stop cards, but not a lot. So advisor is fine. That's the point. That is the point. Is it fine right now? Yeah, we get enough of them. All right, so no 5 costs for me. That could be really good. Get a whole bunch of advisors. Silver. Interesting. Duplicate. Interesting. Well, I mean, duplicate is going to be good here. I just don't know if I want duplicate just yet. Maybe I do. I think I want advisor first. Well, yeah. Yeah, there's sort of like a pseudo bridge megaturn thing you can do here where you get provinces down to 6 with highways and then you call a million duplicates. All right, I can buy a highway. That's good. I think we play advisor before lookout. So now we could traveling fair. Maybe I need to. Maybe I just buy another highway and then I think at some point if I get enough highways then there's just like a balance, right? Of like, okay, how many highways to get versus how many like how long I go without being able to gain multiple cards in a turn. But I think one more highway is good, and then we can start traveling fair like more cheaply, obviously. Ugh. Probably time to get rid of that thing. All right. Yeah, let's well, I could get the duplicate. I guess I can also get a pixie, so that's pretty good. Seems pretty clear that duplicating 2 highways would be good. Oh, sure, traveling fair as well. Wait, what? Why would there be a lose track thing there? You gain them one at a time. I don't know if duplicate can lose track. This deck really just 6 cards. Oh, well, plus the ones in play. Gain a Will-O-Wisp? Well, that's draw. But this is an unfortunate situation for sure. I did not see any of my highways. That one advice, because like I obviously still have stuff I want to trash, but the advisor got trashed instead. Kind of a disaster. Kind of a disaster. Does he get 4 highways to my 2? I think he might. If so, I'm not too sanguine on my chances to win this game. Okay, looks like he didn't actually get to highway money himself. Oh, never mind. And he got his duplicate down. God damn it. He has 2. Ah, man. I'm only traveling fair the 2 highways if I don't trash with goat. I arguably don't need to. I definitely do need to get the 2 highways. Question is, do I need to traveling fair them? I mean, I can call the duplicate, but I don't have to call the duplicate if I do the traveling fair. Which has some value. Yeah. I could also call the duplicate and then also get like C or something. That discard a treasure to gain a card thing could be really good now. You put a bunch of highways in play and then discard a copper to gain a province. Pretty fun. I wonder if he ends up traveling fearing like 2 provinces, or if he feels like he needs to build some more. I'm not. Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, because of the duplicate. It's like he has 6 highways, but he has absolutely no draw. Might want some advisors. And the piles aren't so low that he has to be worried about losing on piles. So I think in his position, I would invest in some draw before I started greening. Okay, well, he's not going for provinces. Like, if he was going to do this, should have just kept the copper. You could buy 3 traveling fairs. Gold. Okay. Unexpected. Highly unexpected. I don't know why you would want 2 golds when you can get provinces to cost 2. I mean, I guess it means you can buy more traveling fairs. But like, how are you going to draw all of that? Warehouse is not. This is an odd play, in my opinion. It gives me some hope for being able to win this game. I think the 2 silvers, like if anything, get some more duplicates, like, you know, get them onto the map, like I was talking about. Or sorry, well, I said the bridge megaturn. What I really meant was royal carriage bridge, right? Where you have like 1 bridge and a bunch of royal carriages. So you get a bunch of duplicates onto your mat. It's slow to do, admittedly, without villages. So it might not be the right way to go. And adding squires to the deck is not like, good. Yeah, maybe that doesn't make sense. I was just thinking like you do like traveling fair, or sorry, you play 2 silvers and you do traveling fair province, duplicate province. Whoa, smithy. Okay, squire then it's got to be. No. Well, I guess if it's his only terminal. Hint: it does not matter what you make me discard. Okay. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, it's not like the pixie is doing anything. It's in my deck. Not doing something like that, no. Okay, so we've got 5 coins. We can do duplicate province. And still buy like some advisors. You'll want to trash this copper. Because like I would normally have 3 instead of 5 coins. I mean, I can still make advisors worth or cost 0 with the 4 coins of like silver, copper, goat. And I guess, yeah, if I buy a traveling fair here on 6 coins, then I have 4 buys, which is province duplicated, and then like maybe I buy another silver, buy like a couple of advisors and a silver. I can see that. So that I can start getting rid of the rest of these coppers. Yeah. Or do I just get... Dude, I probably need the money so I can keep doing traveling fairs, so I'll get a silver. I think we're gonna finish in under 4 hours. I think it's gonna happen. I believe in our ability to finish in the next 26 minutes. Yeah, see, this is the problem. You have these stop cards. No draw. No duplicates on the mat either. So now he can't buy province. So I can potentially pretty nice lead here. Oh, there's Smithy. He's got a yeah, okay. I don't know why he's avoiding advisors so hard. Advisors fine. Like you draw your most of your deck with advisors, and then you play some cantrips to draw the rest. Like you don't have like a lot of stop cards, bad cards, you know, that you're gonna choke on. That your opponent is gonna make you, you know, or your opponent is gonna deny you the cards that you need to draw with. It just seems easier to do it with advisor than Squire Smithy stuff, but whatever. I mean, I guess, you know, if you're top decking the Squires and the Smithies, that's fine. But it's kind of arguably a waste of buys. Alright. So let's see, my highways are still worth. So let's play the Pixie first. Gain a silver. That's actually pretty useful. Oh, but do I want 2 silvers? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I can draw them with the wisps. Sure, fine. I guess he's thinking about denying me the duplicate. Oh, okay. Alright, we're definitely trashing the last copper now that we got 2 silvers. Okay, so what's the situation here? We can... Traveling fair... twice and still buy province. Might want to throw in a duchy. But that would be all my buys. So maybe not. No, it wouldn't. It would just mean I only get to top deck 1 advisor rather than 2. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna do that. I guess now that I'm gonna have 4 provinces in my deck, does it make sense to get some warehouses instead of advisors? Maybe. I could top deck like warehouse advisor. Seems better than top decking Smithy Squire anyway. Yeah. All right. If he has a big enough turn, he can just like win because he has like the 6 highways mean the provinces are cheap enough that if he draws enough, then he can buy pretty easily, just buy 4 provinces and a duchy or something. But I'm not sure that he's actually going to be able to do that. Got the provinces down to 3. But he's gonna have to buy 4 traveling fares for 8 coins. Still has no duplicates on the map. If he doesn't play another highway, that's another 12 coins for provinces. Yeah, he doesn't have that many coins. He has a couple golds, but and some silver, but yeah, he doesn't have that many coins. So not too worried as of right now. We'll see if he plays more stuff or if he's just out of actions. Oh, Terminal Smithy. Okay. All but 3 of his cards, but he didn't play his highway or his duplicates. Yeah, that's not gonna do. Looking pretty good for me right now. Looking pretty good. He can buy 2 provinces. That seems obviously dangerous at this point. Okay. I actually like my chances more the more provinces he buys because, yeah, that denies him the opportunity to later buy like a whole mess of duchies to try to catch up. So I'm totally cool with this. Now he'll buy and top deck something, presumably. Like an advisor or a warehouse or a smithy or a squire or whatever. And I don't know if I care, because I should be able to win the game on this turn. I mean, we'll see if my draw has been able to keep up with my acquisition of additional provinces, but I think it'll be fine. I mean, for one thing, I don't need the money to be able to buy more than just the province, so I don't even need to buy a traveling fair this turn. I've got the duplicate I can play. He should actually probably discard Wisp. Nope, okay. Alright, do I discard or play Warehouse at this point? Yeah, because the Wisp isn't doing well enough. Alright, Province, Goat, Silver. We want to make sure we have that duplicate in hand. Ugh. All right, that's it. Yeah, the Wisp was very nice, for sure. But I don't actually think that was like the reason that I was ahead there. I think he failed to take advantage of his early lead by having a poor endgame strategy. Was trying to get too fancy and should have just gone for grabbing 2 or 3 provinces off of traveling fair plus highway plays, and also top decking some advisors like I was doing. But whatever. Yeah, I mean there was definitely a close match throughout. Definitely glad to have pulled out the win. I haven't won a lot of my matches in C in the past, so this is a good start for sure. Yeah, obviously could have won game 1, but it seems like he could have probably won game 5. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever. So, thank you for sticking with me through this marathon, if you did, and I'll see you next time for more matches in C that will hopefully not take nearly this long. Until then.